Hey there, welcome to this tutorial for the ukulele play-alongs of Octopus's Garden, which can be found on the Uke Play-alongs channel on YouTube. What we're going to do in this video is, first of all, we'll talk about the chords you need for GCEA, soprano, concert, tenor ukulele. Then we'll talk about the chords you need for baritone DGBE ukulele. And then I'll give you some ideas for strumming if you need them. If you want to support the work on this channel, there are three things you can do. First of all, you can like this video. Second, you can subscribe to this channel and its sister's channel, so both the Uke Play-alongs channel and the UkeStuff channel. And third, you can always buy me a cup of coffee to say thank you for making this content at www.buymeacoffee.com/UkeStuff. All right, let's begin with the chords you need for GCEA soprano, concert, or tenor ukulele. First, you'll need the F chord. Then you'll need a B flat chord. Now, if you're new to ukulele, the B flat chord isn't an easy chord, but it's also not that hard as well. So let me help you with some tips here. First of all, take your first finger, put it right above the metal first fret, pull against the fretboard this way. Then add your thumb for some support, and that should give you clear sound on those strings. Then add two fingers while still pulling against the fretboard. Now, it is possible if you're new to ukulele that your strings are way too high up here because your ukulele is not set up properly. In that case, either watch some videos and figure out how to do it, or take your instrument to a luthier to help you, because it will make that easier. The next chord is the D minor chord. Just in case, it's an F chord with an extra finger, a C7, a G minor, and the only thing that's difficult about G minor is just remembering where to put your fingers, and then an E flat chord. Now you have two choices with E flat. You can use two fingers, you can use four fingers, or you can use three fingers. So let me show you the different options. The first one is to bend your ring finger like this, and you would cover strings 4, 3, and 2 at the third fret, and then put your first finger on the first string, first fret. That is a bar chord of sort, and I am pushing against the fretboard as I'm making that chord. So I'm not really able to pull that one. That one I actually have to push a little bit, but I'm still letting leverage do a lot of the work. That's one option. That's one way to play E flat. Another way is to put the first finger up there and then put fingers 2, 3, and 4 in a row, if I can pull that off. That's another way to play E flat. The third way is to just use three fingers. You can leave the fourth string open. Put the first finger on the first string, first fret, and fingers 2 and 3 on strings 3 and 2 at the third fret. That also works. Sounds a little different or a little weird on linear, not high G ukulele. So low G ukulele sounds a little weird with that. But those are the 6 chords you need to play Octopus's Garden on GCEA soprano, concert, tenor ukulele. Now let's talk about baritone. All right, on baritone, first you'll need the F chord, which is a bar chord. So you're going to take your first finger, cover strings 1 and 2 right above the metal first fret, pull against the fretboard like this, add your thumb for some support, and that should give you a clear sound. Then add two fingers. As usual, when you're dealing with bar chords, if you've never had your ukulele set up, it's worth checking. Watch some videos on how to do it. But if the action or the space between the strings and the fret is really tall up here, it can make those bar chords really hard. Then you'll need a B flat chord. You can use three fingers. You can also use two fingers and play it like that. You can also use four fingers, put the first finger down, and then fingers 2, 3, and 4 in a row if you want. There's three ways really to play that B flat chord. Then a D minor chord, a C7 chord, and for that, play the C chord, and then just lay two fingers down. A G minor chord, which is another bar chord, seems to be a little bit easier for most people to play this one though. So you take your first finger across all three strings at the third fret, leave the fourth string open because it doesn't matter. Pull against the fretboard, and then add your thumb for some support. That's your G minor chord. And then you have an E flat chord. And with the E flat chord, you have some options here. You can take your first finger and lay across all four strings right above that metal third fret, and then play basically the C shape. That works really well. You can also just use three fingers and make the D shape up one fret and just play strings 3, 2, 1. You can also try to do it with four fingers if you want. So you do that same thing. You make the D shape at the third fret, and you add your pinky to the fourth string, fourth fret. Really, whatever works for you and what you want to do is fine for the song. All right, now let's talk about strumming. All right, on the first part of the song, that I'd like to be under the sea, and every time that this part of the song comes back, what I hear is this: down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, with a swung pattern. Down, down, up. And that's going to lead us to the second part of the song, which is going to be different, where we have the D minor chord. And what I'm hearing are down strums just like this. Just down, 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 down is going to work. That's also going to work in the bridge later in the song. And I have the bridge starting at about 1 minute, 44 seconds into the song. That's also where you will see the E flat chord in the song as well. So I think those two strumming patterns are it. The down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, and then just the simple down strums. So with those chords and those strumming patterns, that's all you need to do to be successful on Octopus's Garden as recorded by the Beatles. Thanks so much for joining me for this video. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll be back soon with some more uke stuff for you.